Hi guys, today I have for you my top 10 MAC lipsticks. So many people have been asking for a MAC collection and I will do one, just not yet because there are a couple of other lipsticks that I know I'm going to get in the not too distant future, and so once I kind of feel like the ones that are on my hit list at the moment have been acquired, then I will do my MAC collection. So in the meantime, to appease those of you that want to see them, I'm going to show you my favourite 10. And as luck would have it, I just kind of picked out the 10 that I really like. Just as I was going through them and looking at the names, I thought, yeah. I thought I'll put them all down and then I'll narrow it down to 10. And it was 10, which is pretty amazing. So also, bizarrely, 5 of them are bright and 5 of them are pretty neutral. So I'm going to start with the brights because they're the most exciting ones. I'm going to start with the one I'm wearing on my lips right now, and it is Kelly Yum Yum. And this is from the recent Kelly and Sharon collection. This is the one that I had to have, and I'm so excited that I did get it because it was like sold out so quickly. I also got a different one called Riot House from that collection, which looks horrendous on me. I'm still trying to find a way to wear it, and I think if I wore it with the right lip liner and with maybe a gloss over the top, it would be a little bit more wearable, but it's an insane colour. I'm going to find a way to wear it. You'll probably see a crazy tutorial soon with me trying to find said way to wear it, but this one is so easy. I'm wearing it, like I said, today. I don't wear a lip liner. I very rarely wear a lip liner these days anyway. And it's a satin and I just don't feel like it bleeds, and it's fine. So I love it. I'm so pleased that I got it. So that is my favourite one. That's kind of my one of the moment. And I just didn't think that I would get that much use out of it, and I've worn it a lot. It's very poppy and bright, but it's wearable. I don't know why. Another one that's from a limited edition collection was the Riri Woo. This was from like the Christmassy time one, or the one just before Christmas, because that was like white and rose gold, and this was just rose gold. I have to admit, I kind of bought this for the packaging. And I know that that's been a bit of a controversial subject in the past when I've mentioned it, but as a collector of makeup, the packaging completely makes the product, and I'm so pleased that I got this, because had it not been for the packaging I wouldn't have bought it, and I absolutely love it. The actual colour itself is amazing. I'm not kind of putting it in here for the packaging. I really do love this lipstick, and it's a retro matte, so it's super dry matte, and I love a matte lipstick anyway, but there's something about it that is retro. It's very kind of classic. There's not an inch of shine, quite difficult to get it onto your lips because it is so dry, but it's just that real gorgeous blue toned red, and I think in Christmas time this is gorgeous, and a lot of the lipsticks that I choose are kind of specific to my hair colour, so I feel like very bright colours and kind of nice neutrally pink colours, and then bold reds are really nice with blonde, nice with other colours as well, but bear in mind that's why I'm making these choices, because I like them with my current hair colour. Had I gone dark, which I'm not planning to do by the way, but had I gone dark, I might have chosen some different ones, but these are the ones that I like with my hair right now, and this, I just love a bright red lip, and I'm kind of considering taking this with me to Paris next weekend. There's some crazy noises going out outside my house. I don't know what that is. I think it's a ladder, I don't know. Anyway, hopefully they can't hear me just rambling to myself. But I'm considering taking this to Paris because I kind of feel like the red lip is very Parisian. This is my favourite one right now. Another one that is limited edition, I think this might be it for the limited ones, is this one from the Venomous Villains collection. I think it was around 2010, and this is Toxic Tail. I have some hair on it. How did that happen? Toxic Tail. And I mentioned in my drugstore favourites, which will be up tomorrow, that this reminds me a lot of my favourite matte balm from Revlon, which is the Unapologetic one, and it's that kind of neon-y coral colour. I haven't quite been able to dupe this, and I've tried a lot with a lot of different brands, and it's not quite the same, but there's something about it. I mean, the fact that the finish is different makes the colour a little bit off as well, and I've got to say I kind of prefer the Unapologetic colour, but this is still one of my absolute favourite MAC shades, and it's just that I hardly ever wear it just because it's limited edition, but it's Toxic Tail, and again, a super bright, it's kind of an easier way to wear red, I think, kind of with those like neon-y coral colours. The last two bright colours are, I always kind of consider them to be very similar to each other, so let's see. They are nothing like each other. In fact, one of them's not even that bright. One is Impassioned, which you won't be surprised to see because this is probably everyone's favourite matte colour. It's so bright, and when I had very dark hair, I loved to wear this. I felt like Candy Johnson. I remember when I was pregnant and I started watching Candy Johnson and I had kind of dark hair, and I would wear extensions a lot, and I just wore bright pink Impassioned lipstick and big baggy tops, and I wanted to wear geometric-y leggings, and I just wanted to be Candy Johnson basically. And this just totally finished the puzzle. The piece of the puzzle that was missing was Impassioned, and when I wore it, I was her. But I still love it even now. And the other one is Speak Louder, and this is one that I wear more often. I bought this one after Impassioned, thinking it was kind of a more subdued version. It's really nothing like it. It's more of a muted colour. It's kind of it's just a very nice kind of everyday kind of raspberry. It's really not as bright as I remember it now. But yeah, a nice pink. If you're kind of want a brighter pink but you're a bit scared of wearing them, that's always kind of baffled me when people say, oh, you have to be brave to wear a certain lipstick. I don't think so at all. Maybe with like clothing and stuff, but with like a bright lipstick, I'm kind of totally cool wearing a bright lipstick. I don't feel strange wearing it or anything, but if you did, then I think this is kind of a nice stepping stone to a brighter colour. Then on to the more neutral colours, which I've kind of lost in amongst the other ones now. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to start with my favourite of the neutrals, and this was actually the lipstick that I wore when I got married. And having watched other people's favourite MAC lipsticks, this seems to be one that comes up a lot, and it is Viva Glam V. In the tube it just looks like nothing. It looks like nothing I would ever want to try. I must have bought this online, because why would you look at this and think, oh, that's a lovely colour? It's not. It's really not. It's kind of like a sparkly brown. But on the lips, it's really, really nice, and this is my Lips But Better colour. It just adds a little bit of sheen. In fact, it was a lustre. And bizarrely, some of these lipsticks are kind of frosts and things that I've bought, and I actually quite like it. It's never the finish that I expect it to be when I really, really like it. I do tend to like mattes, cream sheens, amplifieds, because they're quite bold and opaque. Whereas every now and then I'll be like, I really, really like this, and it's a lustre or it's a frost. I take that back, it's hardly ever a frost, but that is my favourite neutral. Chatterbox is quite a new one to me, and this is probably actually no bolder or no more neutral than Speak Louder, but it's a different kind of pink, and this is more of this was when I was on the hunt for the ultimate mid-tone pink. And this is definitely one of them, but this is an amplified, and I just feel like it's not quite as opaque as I'd like it to be. I would have preferred this to be a cream sheen or a matte. I really, really love the colour, and I do wear it a lot, but I just wish it was a touch more opaque is all it is. But yeah, Chatterbox was one of those ones that was on my list for the longest time, and I'm glad that I got it. Unlike some of them, like Flamingo was a massive letdown. I got that, and that was just not very good. I was so disappointed. Next I have Plumful. This was one that I got last winter time, and this is a lustre, so it's actually not quite as bold as it appears to be in the tube, but a really, really nice everyday kind of plummy colour. Kind of reminds me of, and I may have even duped this in a video, kind of reminds me of Crush, the Revlon Balm Stain in Crush. I wore that to death when I first got it, and it just kind of gives that little glowy, plummy look, and this is very, very similar, I think, but I prefer this one. It feels a little bit nicer on my lips. And then the last two are also quite new to me, and they are both matte. First is Please Me. I am positive I've had this in the past, and I must have done a blog sale and sold it and thought that I didn't like it. Again, that kind of comes down to the fact that I think this suits blonde hair more than dark hair, because, or with me with dark hair anyway, because when I had dark hair I had this and I just didn't think much of it, and with blonde hair this is kind of the colour that I have been searching for. Reminds me a lot of some other ones that I've got, but there's just something about it that makes it a little bit more special, and I love that it's matte, and I've been wearing that a lot recently. That's kind of brand new really, within a week I have bought that, but I kind of bought it knowing that I'd had it before, and I feel like that's kind of why it's become an instant favourite. And one of my more, what's the word, surprising favourites. I knew I was going to like it, but I didn't know I was going to like it. Nudes are always so difficult because I'm so pale. I'm always a bit, I've got loads of nudes from MAC and I pretty much hate them all. I don't hate them all, I just don't wear them very much because they either don't suit me or they're just not quite right. And I bought this one because it's called Kinda Sexy. That is why I bought it. And I bought it online, and it was kind of an impulse purchase. And most time with impulse purchases, you don't really like them and it's a bit of a regret. But I love this one. It is so 90s supermodel. There's something very sexy about it. And although it is a nude, it doesn't block out my lips. It just gives me a little bit, it makes them look fuller, and it's just kind of sexy is what it is. And that was a surprising favourite, but one that I wear a lot as well. So they are my top top 10 MAC lipsticks. I don't wear them every day. I don't wear MAC lipsticks every day. Some of these I might wear kind of once every couple of months, but of the lipsticks that I do have from MAC, they are my favourites. I do have my standouts, the ones that I do wear more often, and if you want to kind of see a look with any particular ones or whatever, then I will gladly oblige, but I will link to posts and things that I've done about them on my blog, and you will have seen pictures as we go along. But hopefully that was useful for those of you that want to see a collection. I will do a collection video at some point. I'm just not quite ready to do it yet. If you feel like there are any that I would really, really like and you want to suggest a particular colour that you love, that you think that I would love, then please go ahead. I'm always looking to buy more MAC lipsticks. But for now, I will say goodbye and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!